Hello, so we are back, and this time we have a nice laptop to repair. Check here, it's a Lenovo Yoga i5 Gen, but still a decent laptop. Now the story with this one, let's check the customer email. The customer is saying, I upgrade my M2 SSD to a larger capacity on my wife Lenovo Yoga, but it won't power on again since I did the upgrade. The fans won't spin, black screen, no LED on the power button, and no charging light. Then the customer, he try a few things. He cannot see a CMOS battery because the laptops don't really need a CMOS battery. They have a battery in the first place. I did not unplug the battery when changing the SSD. So I could have shorted something. Yeah, the chipset. So the customer tried to replace the SSD and now the laptop is dead. I will say let's plug a charger and see what it's doing. Like always here, like I swear, like every customer, I have a feeling there is a shorted capacitor. Yeah. I mean, I can hope as well, to be a shorted capacitor, but usually it's not. So I believe this is the Lenovo plug. Yes, we have 19 volts there. Plug in the charger, and it's taking no power at all. Pressing the power button, but where is the power button? Here. Pressing the power button and nothing happened. So the EC chip is not reading the power button. And this is a little bit different, yeah. If you have like a dead chipset, the EC chip, it will read the power button. So it is possible to be a lucky case. But again, this is a caused fault. So someone caused the fault. And caused faults, they usually don't have a logic. Can be just a knockout component from the board. Can be a broken track. Yeah. Doing forensics is fun. So I can't wait to figure it out what went wrong with the customer SSD replacement. And the laptop, it's open. Yeah, that's a classic motherboard. So what we are checking first, like usual, the main power rail. The main power rail is present. That it will tell us a lot about the motherboard. So ground plus, check here, yeah, we have a bunch of big capacitors. And yeah, we do have like 20 volts. Let me lower the voltage. Yeah, like 19. And we do have 19 volts on the main power rail. Okay, that's kind of bad because the laptop is not charging. If it's not charging, can be a dead EC chip. Let me unplug the battery. Actually, let's check the battery. So the battery voltage is 8 volts and it's supposed to be, yeah. So the battery has some power on it. Not sure what should I say. Let me disconnect the battery. Disconnecting the battery. I mean, if the AC chip is shorted, we should see some current, but it's no current, nothing. Pressing the power button, nothing happened. So the AC chip probably is not shorted. So the customer replaced the SSD. Let's have a look. What could go wrong here? Yeah, the charger, it is plugged in. The problem is not replacing the SSD with the battery plugged in. The problem is not powering off the laptop. Just because you close the lid, that doesn't mean the laptop is off. So we have a seal here, trying to analyze the board. The SSD socket is looking fine. I mean, it's nothing to see there. So I believe the way to go is actually finding the AC chip on the board. Here you have the RAM memory. So probably the AC chip is on the other side of the board. We have a BIOS chip there. I'm looking to find the 3.3 LDO power supply. Which I'm not sure where it is. We have the BQ chip here. Yeah. Everything is looking good. Here you have the, okay, here. Yeah, so check here. Here you have the two power supplies. One is 5 volts, one is 3.3. I don't know which one is 5 and 3, yeah? But what we can do is to check the capacitors, yeah? Because has a capacitor on the output. You can see here, a big capacitor. So this one is good. This one is good, it's not shorted. So these chips, yeah? Or those chips, they have output here, you can see. I have a coil switching the coil, and here is the output. But also, they have a LDO power supply inside. You know what? Let's check the coils. We didn't check the coils. This one, 6 ohms, looks fine. 4 ohms looks fine. Fine. 15 ohms looks fine. Looks fine. Looks fine. Looks fine. Everything is looking fine here. Wait, we have a few more coils here. So this one, 33 ohms, looks fine. And this one, 183, looks fine. BIOS chip, here is ground, here is plus, and it's fine, not short. This is a proper strange fault. Okay, let me take out the battery so we can take the motherboard out. Just give me like 1 minute. And the board, it's out. Yeah, the board is untouched. Okay, so we took out the shield. And the EC chip is here. I can see something. Well, let's check the EC chip. No, it's just a little bit of, black glue. But it's looking good. Cool. Let's plug a charger. So we have the charger plugged in. We have to find if here we have like 3.3 on this chip. Check for big trucks. Can you spot any big truck? Capacitors. This one is big and we have nothing. Here we have some capacitor to pull up resistors and we have 0 volts. Here we have kind of like a power rail when we have no voltage. Okay, let's focus on the LDO power supply. Here we have some switches. For me, it looks like the LDO is not present. Wait, what is here? What is this? This is liquid damage? No, it must be thermal paste. Yeah, must be thermal paste, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's focus on these two chips. So what do we have here? Here we have nothing. Here we have nothing. Okay, what about the input? Wait 1 second. This is the input voltage? Yes, sorry. So here is 19, yeah? Then the output must be on these capacitors. Here you have 5 volts. Lol. Okay, so this one, 3.3, and here, 5 volts. This one, nothing. Why this is not opening anything? Let's check that capacitor. So this capacitor to ground, 4 ohms. I don't like 4 ohms. Yeah? 4 ohms is not okay. Yeah. very possible we found a problem. So I'm gonna come with the power supply. I'm gonna lower the voltage. Yeah, like 1 volt. Thermal camera. The DC chip? Yeah, probably. Probably. So coming here, and it's taking 260 milliamps, which is decent. But anyway, let's see what is taking that current. Yeah, I'm interested to see where my current is going. So that current is going. Check there, check there. What do you think is there? On the other side of the board, the AC chip. Yeah, the AC chip is shorted. I mean, we can find exactly that resistance. 1 second. So on that capacitor, we have 4.8 ohms. Let's go to the AC chip. So here we have 4 ohms, yeah? So here is a pull-up resistor and here is plus. Let's check one more time. So I'm gonna come with alcohol. Alcohol coming with current here. Check that, check that, check that. You can see. So the AC chip it is shorted. Yeah. Feels bad. 0586, A586. So what we are doing? Replacing that chip, I can't program that chip. That's the problem. Let me have a look for another board. I don't have the same board, but I found another board having exactly same AC chip. Now, just because it's the same doesn't mean it will work. If the chip is auto-programmable, it will work. If it's not, then it will not work and we cannot fix it. So let's replace the chip. I have a bad feeling because I can see some black glue there, but yeah, let's try to take it out. I'm gonna use some rosin flux, liquid rosin. 480 degrees. Let's try to preserve the solder balls. Yeah, check there. You see the solder coming out? Yeah, the chip has glue under. Yeah, we cannot take this shape out nicely. No. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, why Lenovo? Why? It's a easy chip, it's not a RAM memory. Why you'll do something like that? Yeah, let's clean it. Perfect, it is clean, yeah? Good. Good. Let's clean it with the alcohol. That's why we see in black glue on the chip. Yeah. That's the reason. Yeah, but we still have more there. here. Good. Here a little bit. Good. Good. Looks clean, yeah? Perfect. 180-degree solder wire. And we should use some rosin, I believe, yeah. Rosin. I mean, why the soldering is not getting into the pad? Yeah, good. Perfect. Yeah. For me, everything is looking fine. Now let's take the chip out. Wait, chip position. Okay, I see it now. Let's take this chip out. This one hopefully doesn't have black glue. Same rosin, we're gonna try to preserve the solder balls. Perfect, check the solder balls. Perfect or not? It's like reballing. It's like we reball the chip. Perfect. Now we have to solder the chip here. We pin number 1 on this side. We do have rosin on the board, so we are fine. Pin number 1 here. Good. And the chip move to his place. You can see. Check that, and it's moving on the solder balls. Yeah. So I'm 100% sure this chip is soldered properly. Good. Let's cool down the chip. Cooling down the chip. If we are plugging the charger and the board is starting, does mean it's fixed. So plug in the charger. 1 second, 19 volts. 19, 30 milliamps. Yeah, that's bad. It's not starting. What about charging? Can we have some charging? Plug in the battery and the charger. No, it's not charging. No, it will not work. Has to be pre-programmed. Yeah. But why 30? 30 it's a lot. Let's check the voltage. So the voltages here is 5, right? Here is 3.3. So what about here? Here is 3.1. Kind of strange. Why 3.1? Why not 3.3? Why 30 milliamps? Let's grab the thermal camera. I mean, we can have a surprise to be like, that chipset also. So why is taking 30 milliamps? Because this chip is getting hot. What is that? That's the BQ chip, right? This one. No, actually, this is the LDO power supply. Good. Still, EC chip is getting hot. I can't believe. So we solder actually a dead EC chip. Yeah. So it's not brand new from the board. Nah, it's not. Let me see if I have on my box one. Maybe we can find a brand new one, huh? What do you think? Brand new EC chip? IT? No, it's not this one. Okay, so the only way to fix this motherboard is actually buying another one. And there are no motherboards for this model. The only model I found, but this is Pentium Gold. The customer one is i5. Yeah, it's an i5 CPU. So the plan is like that. We are buying this motherboard, which is nearly the same, apart from these MOSFETs, which are missing on this board because it's a different CPU. And we are taking out the EC chip when we are moving the EC chip on this board. Online, I found a list on the Badcaps forum. IT8586VG is saying it's programmable. Now I'll share experience with the EC chips. Basically, I don't know what to think because I found the EC chips, which you search them online, everyone's saying they're programmable. I solder the chip, and the chip get programmed by itself. And I found EC chips, which everyone's saying it will self-programming, but actually it didn't. And it was not like a board issue because I took another EC chip pre-program from another board, I moved it and worked. So in this moment, you can't be sure. Just soldering the EC chip and see if it's getting programmed or not. On this particular case, I just prefer, to buy the board. It's, a chip is like 15 pounds. The board is 35. It's not a big difference. We're buying the board. We are swapping the EC chip, and hopefully the board it will work. We can have a surprise, but yeah, I will take the risk. Okay, I'm gonna order the board and see you as the board arrive. Bye. So we are like 2 days later, and I got the board. So this is the board we ordered from eBay, and what we need is the EC chip. Remember, this is a good board, but with a poor CPU. Perfect. Now let's swap again the EC chip. Yeah, let's take this down first. I do expect the EC chip firmware to be the same, even if it's a different CPU. The solder balls are perfect. Now let's get a new. Ah, come on! I can't believe. Check there. Check there. That's insane. Yeah, the black stuff means under the chip we have glue. That black glue means we cannot take this chip with nice solder balls. But that's not important. It's just more work to do for us. I'm gonna lower the temperature to like 390. Yeah, we can't do it. Okay, still good. Let's try to redo the solder balls. Yeah, we have the glue. We have to take out the glue. Insane. Looking good, right? Yeah, we still have few pads. More solder paste. If I tell you I lost the chip, you'll believe me? That's crazy. I mean, the chip escaped when he was done. You see, that's why you need a good tweezer. Okay, let's see what do we have here. No, our chip is gone. I mean, the chip jumped somewhere. Good tweezers, yeah. When it's about tweezer, it's not only to be straight, yeah? It's about to be flat here, yeah. I think the chip went someone over the desk on the floor. I'm gonna take, good. Let me try to find the chip. I found it. It was on the floor. Yeah, that's the chip. Good, let's solder the chip. I don't want to clean anything, yeah? We have rosin, we have solder. Everything is looking fine. Let's solder the chip. Yeah, let me raise the temperature 420. Good, and the chip is getting soldered. Chip is moving, that's when it's soldered properly. So how about now? It's working or not? What do you think? Let me cool down the board. We need a power supply with a Lenovo plug. Yeah, that's the Lenovo one. Plug in the charger. The board started. Check there. The board is on. It does not a fixed amount of current, because when I'm plugging the charger, initially is 0. Check there. And then it's going up and down, and yeah. Okay, let me grab the laptop. Yeah, let's clean it. Rosin is very easy to be cleaned. It's a lot more easier compared with the gel flux. Okay, it is clean enough. So what we have here, we have all the stuff. Screws. All the screws are here. Yeah, and all the screws are on the magnet. When I'm waiting for parts, I'm not putting everything back together. I'm just, leaving everything on one side, usually on the customer box. Yeah. Okay, so the screws are there. Let's put the board back. I mean, yeah, we pay like £35 for that board, but what options we have? None. Okay, the flex cables are back in place. The battery, let's see the charging. Charging is very important. Battery is plugged in. Charger is plugged in, and 400, 1.4 amps, check there. 1.4 amps. The board is coming on. Yeah, the CPU is getting hot. Okay, I'm gonna replace the thermal paste. Let's just, for testing, put the heatsink. I mean, 2 screws should be enough, and we should have picture. We have picture! That's crazy, huh? What do you think about that? Check that. Working fine. Can you believe it? What about with the customer SSD? Let's check. Yeah, you know what? I forgot to put this thingy. I'm gonna take the board out anyway. Yeah, we don't need the battery anymore. Let's see. The laptop should work without the battery. It's coming on. It's taking like 500 milliamps. It's restarting. Yeah, the current went to 0. We have the Lenovo picture. Hmm? No, the BitLocker key should be the same. We just replace the. It's loading the Windows. Huh? I'm just trying to give you options when you have a job like this. Yeah, and everything is working fine, right? Yeah, yeah. Because because here you don't really have options. I mean, yeah, you can try to program that chip. Yeah, let's say you buy a blank one. You hope that chip is good. You try to program. Yeah, if you have like a easy chip image, if you don't have, then you have to extract the ECGB image from the BIOS. If you know how to do it, I don't know. So you have to find someone else to extract. We have on our Discord people they can do it to extract the ECGB image. For me, looks a little bit more complicated. This job could be like a lot cheaper if I can find a faulty board, but I couldn't. Just give me a few minutes to put all back together. Actually, take the board, put everything back together, and let's do a final test. Everything is back in place. Let's plug the charger. New thermal paste. We feed the shields. Everything is like new. Plug in the charger. Yeah, and the laptop is charging fine. And the laptop is on and working fine. I test the touchpad and the keyboard. It's all good. I'm happy I helped the customer. Can this job be done in a different way? Probably it is. But like I said before, for me, which I never programmed this EC chip because it's a small one, I don't have the adapter to put the chip on an adapter and program the chip. So it has to be programmed probably by the keyboard connected, something I never done before. For me, start experimenting on the customer job. You need a lot of time. So just, time wise, I prefer to buy another board. We pay like £35, but if you buy like a faulty one, you can buy it for like 10. So, yeah, we use the EC chip, but on the other hand, we have a bunch of MOSFETs, IC, capacitors. Yeah, I know we don't replace capacitor, but we still have them there. Even if I replace the charging port, and I'll take the money out from what I pay for the board. On the other hand, just have in mind, the repair price of this job is higher compared with what I pay for that board. So it's worth from any angle you look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop now. I will say thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, if you find my content being helpful, don't forget you can support this channel by pressing the join button, and you can get instantly access to our members only cool collection and Discord private channels for support with your repairs. Also, you can have a look on our United Kingdom eBay, where you can find some cool and unique products, United States eBay store, or our Patreon page. Thank you.